Recording? Great.
So how's it going?
It's going very well.
Thank you for
Very
having
well.
us.
My pleasure, always.
Me and Yes Theater.
Yeah. Hey, Yes Theater. And everybody else.
Yeah. It's really exciting to be here. I'm just wearing my Canadian tuxedo. I'm just looking at myself in the monitor.
Yeah.
How are you?
Good. I've been doing pretty well. Keeping busy as much as I can, obviously. But,
Yeah.
I mean, as much as I can, though, because there's not a lot going on right now. But
I know, but
we're
it's
doing
picking
what
up,
we can.
isn't it?
It is.
It's starting. So tell me where we are, what we're doing here, why I'm here.
So we are in Night Owl Studios. This is my room that I've kind of built throughout the pandemic. We are here to record a Yes Theater BTS behind the scenes. And it's going to be behind the scenes of the Night Owl Cabaret Series, which was like a collaboration between Night Owl Studios and Yes Theater to bring you guys virtual cabarets.
Absolutely. And I, for those of you who don't know, am Ruthie Coote, the one and only.
The one and only.
I work for Yes Theater.
Made famous by the Sutton Foster Fan Club, also recorded in this studio. Just saying.
I do have a podcast, which, as Mateo said, is recorded here at Night Owl Studios. Thanks to the good grace of Mateo and his talented team of Mateo. So
There's a lot of us Teos in here. Just me.
Okay, so all right, where should we start? I mean, let's talk about, what was the impetus for Night Owl Studios? Mateo has recently ripped his shirt. So
Yeah, I ripped my shirt doing a little
fishing.
changeover today. So if you see me trying to cover my left breast, it's just me. It's just me trying to,
Save
that,
you all
hide
the
that action.
view.
Sorry, what were you saying?
I was gonna say, what was the impetus for all this? Like, what's your goal for this place?
My goal?
Look at the ball rolling on Night Owl Studios.
The ball rolling, that was my absolute boredom. So beginning of the pandemic, I mean, we all kind of had a period of, it'll be over shortly, we don't have to do anything. And then here we are a year and a bit later, and I was like, at 3.5 months later into the pandemic, I was like, I need to do something. It's been so long, and I feel like I'm losing my mind. So I started setting up this space, but it wasn't like this. Wasn't built like this. Didn't have this foam. It didn't have walls. It just had. I think you actually saw it once or twice with the curtains.
Once or twice, I recorded.
Oh yeah, you
my
recorded
podcast
the podcast here
for
with the
years.
for
I
the,
have been here.
for the with the curtains. So it was just curtains hung. It was like real sketch. There was like no carpet on the ground. It was all concrete, and it was but it was fun, and it kind of gave me something to do again, and it gave me something to kind of drive a little bit my passion of like back up into doing tech and doing shows and figuring out ways of making things happen. And then I started a mini series called Teody Productions. It was like a bunch of my friends' bands that were local that hadn't been able to perform. Oh my god, such as we had Chanel Albaid, and I still forget their name.
Oh my
Chanel
gosh.
Albaid and the Easy Company. Ooh, Chanel Albaid and the Easy Co. They're awesome. We had Ox play here. We had Usurpants. We had oh my goodness.
Are these people all from Sudbury?
All from Sudbury.
Oh my
Whiskey
God.
Trip. There was a couple jazz nights with only one jazz night, but it was Mark at Long and McQuaid. Mark Scherzinger. And I'm forgetting all my names. Of course, as soon as you're like, tell me everyone who played here, I'm like, I didn't
It's all
prep with names.
good. I believe you.
Yeah,
So
no, they were
that's-
all really awesome, and it felt really, really great to have music happening again, right? Because I had literally done music forever. Like that's all I've been doing
Live,
live,
mostly.
right.
We'll talk about
And
that
later. But yeah, so I've been doing nothing but live entertainment since I was like 16, and the fact that it was just like hard stopped was so difficult to kind of like manage. And then I remember my first show in here. It was really funny. It was sketch ass. My camera broke last minute. Everything stopped working, but like I made it work. Like we just kind of with last minute fixes on the laptop. We were able to use my what was it? It was my laptop webcam.
Okay.
Because everything else broke. So all of a sudden, while I was trying to fix things on the stream, you would see my hand like just sneak in front of the computer to like hit one button and come back and be like, don't worry guys, it's fine.
Wow.
But I straight up cried. I straight up like not sad or angry, just like it feels so good. Like as a tech, it feels so good to be like troubleshooting again and to be doing shows again. Like yes, just doing sound is awesome, but like to have things fall apart is our bread and butter. It's our absolute bread and butter. Yeah. So like it happened. It happened and it just was so nice. So yeah, it felt really, really good to be back.
Well, can we just talk about like just for a second when I had to take your role at the last Yes Theater Cabaret Series. Yep. Because you hadn't, I don't know really what happened, but I ended up having to step in one of the biggest panic moments of my entire life. I like randomly unplugged something because one of the mics died, and then feedback was like insane for like a full 2 minutes, and the whole audience was like, "Oh my god!" I was like, "I don't know what to do." No one was there. The artistic director was not there. No front of house people. Everyone was staring at me. And then
so this might get cut, but this is why you hire tech people.
And then
this is why you hire
I was behind the soundboard, so I thought I was turning the volume down, but I turned it all the way up.
Oh, of
so
course.
Then everyone
and you're doing this, which makes me think you were touching the wrong knob because it's. I know. Oh no! Oh no!
Yeah, it was pretty horrifying. I mean, pretty low stakes at the end of the day because it was. I don't know, but anyways, that was my experience doing it, and I'll never do it again. I believe in everything that you do.
Thank you.
So, in the spirit of everything that you do, what do you do?
What do I do? I don't know. I do all kinds of stuff. For Yes Theater, I'm their head of sound. So at the beginning, I was just like hired in as a sound. It's kind of funny. I was hired in as like a sound guy because not me or Yes Theater knew what sound in musical theater was. Like I didn't know, and they definitely didn't know, in the sense that they had never worked with a professional sound crew. You guys have been doing everything kind of like on your own as much as far as you could.
Well, that's not so true.
Well,
because we had Amy and Sean.
Yeah, you did have Amy and Sean, and they did a really great job, but they had never worked with live music. They only recorded their stuff.
Right.
So
that's true.
That was your experience, right? So you never had a live band.
Wow. Okay, so can we just go back in time here? Because you worked on the first ever show where we had a live band.
Yeah, that was like Billy Elliot
and people don't realize that we
didn't have live bands.
Yeah,
and hardly even notice now because, well, with musical theater, the band is hidden, right? And if I do my job right, it just sounds like tracks.
Yeah.
So... You know,
the more you know.
But it's one of those things where it's often the world of tech is always most praised when they're not seen. And if you're noticed, you suck.
Yeah.
There's no in between. There's no like, oh, we'll forgive him for that feedback in the middle of the show, or my personal favorite mess up on my part. We'll forgive him for that email sound sent through the entire sound system in the middle of James and the Giant Peach.
No.
Oops. Yeah, it was the first time I'd ever done sound cues from my laptop while doing sound and 1,000 other things. And I forgot to, like, mute all computer sounds. Because you can't just mute your computer's outputting audio. So, like, you have to, like, go into all your settings and turn off all your notifications. And I hadn't done that yet. Or actually, I think I did, but there's, like, two. There's, like, one for the setting while you have a headphone jack plugged in, and one for the setting when you don't. So I did the setting when I didn't have anything plugged in. And then I plugged it into my soundboard, and it was like, new settings, because I'm plugged into a headphone jack. And all the emails were going through, and I was like, and it was like at a quiet moment. What was it? It was, you guys were on stage. Do you remember this? This was James and the Giant Peach, for sure.
I don't know if I probably did notice it at the time.
Ruthie doesn't notice things.
I'm oblivious to the world. Does it annoy you when the audience like phones go off and stuff? Like, do you?
Oh hell yeah! I mean, like, and I'm setting because this is also the thing. We came here because what do? I'm the designer, which is the music, the sound stuff beforehand. The technical director. So I like find the gear, I rent the gear, I set up the gear, I prep all of that, I organize with other team members to make sure that I'm not in the way, whatever. And then I actually operate throughout the show. So like, while the show is going on, and I'm sure many of you who've seen Yes Theater shows would know, I'm in the back of the room, and I'm in the pit, and I'm not in the pit, sorry, I'm in my little booth, and I'm doing my sound from there. So when I'm doing sound and I see someone text, because I see all, I'm in the back row, it's a dark room, like, you can't turn your phone on without me being like, why? Turn your phone off.
My
Or
mom's the
even better is when they're
worst.
filming, and I'm like, I can see you filming. Hey,
That's
can someone
awkward.
tell
I didn't know
FOH?
that people tried to
A couple.
film us.
You know, I mean, like, we're like really good,
I
and we don't have
feel kinda good
DVDs,
about
so like I
that.
kind of get it.
I don't know why, but my mom is like, she will not turn off her phone. Like, if I go to a show with, I beg her before the show, like for 10 minutes, because I'm so embarrassed at the idea of it going off.
Mm-hmm.
And then when we saw Bed and Breakfast, starring Alessandro Costantini and Jake Deeth, her phone, which is the sound of a barking dog, went off, and everyone like fully thought it was part of the show. Because there is like another
There's another
barking
dog.
dog sound.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, that's
So
funny.
we got away with it, but I gave her the most evil stare ever. Don't leave your phones on when you're at the theater, you guys. Please, please.
That's
I'm
really
being dramatic,
funny.
but please.
That's funny.
This
Yeah.
is a PSA.
Do's and don'ts at musical
Yes,
theater.
musical theater, do's and don'ts. Go.
Don't leave your phone on. Don't unplug things on
Speaking
stage.
of unplug things,
Yeah.
do you have any like magical, because you love live events, you love the mystery, the magic, you love things going wrong. You've told me this before. I've been there when you said it. Do we have any best Yes Theater?
Oh yes. Okay, so I told Ruthie this story recently, and this is why she's bringing it up this way, and I love it. So my favorite Yes Theater mishap was during Billy Elliot. Actually, it was the first musical I'd ever done, and things probably could have been cabled or powered a little bit better, maybe. But like, there's only so much place to power things, so you have to make sure that not everything's taped down and nice and clean, but also that your actors are very careful when they're changing over and going through little alleys.
I mean,
and we had
I definitely would have been able to put it together better.
always, of course.
But
But let's be
there.
fair. This one was 9 years old. So Billy Elliot, we had some children on set, and
I love them.
basically, usually there's like all the curtains that hang down, and you like the wings, and you only have so many entrances, and the one that's closest between the wall and the first curtain is like 1.5 feet. So you're not supposed to go through there, but these girls fit through there, so they're like, "We'll go through there," and so funny. So all of a sudden, I notice that because it goes in a quiet moment, I hear a pop, and I hear the pop, but the world doesn't because it's not coming through the PA. I'm listening, and I hear. All of a sudden, I'm like not seeing any signal from anything in the band. Everything in the band is now officially powered off, like completely. The keyboards are gone, the in-ears are gone, everything is gone, and I'm trying to communicate with them, and they're losing their shit. And I'm talking to our ASM, which is I think Taylor Blanchette at the moment. She's backstage. And I'm like, Taylor, like, do you know what's going on? And they're like, I don't know, but a guitar player just got up and is running around. And I'm like, oh my God. And they're trying to power everything back on. I like know where it is. I know what's been unplugged because I know what's powering what, because again, I'm the one person who's like set everything up, plugged everything in. Now I'm operating. I'm like, I know, but I couldn't tell anyone in time. And then the magical moment of this is because of this moment, it's actually a quiet spot where like the lead is getting like a pep talk from his ballet teacher, and the teacher's like about to go into a song where she goes and she starts singing a cappella, and then she goes, hit it. And nothing could be hit because the band had no power. So she just like riffed, and she recovered so well. It was so beautiful, but it was so funny because I'm the only one currently who knows that this was supposed to happen in the room. Like the audience is like, what's going on?
You can't even imagine, but the terror of being on stage.
Well, we were lucky that the person that this happened to was a professional. Like
exactly.
It was not one of not one of us, not one of the people who are like, oh, like just like kind of fresh to theater. This woman was a not that we're all not all professionals. We're all awesome.
But I would not have kept going. I can tell you that with full certainty.
Here we go.
I would have been.
She said it herself, folks.
as you should, but you should keep going. But I am like,
and she did,
I'm
and
the
she
worst.
crushed it. It was really great. She like continued going a cappella. You could kind of hear drums in the background until all of a sudden, boom, and the band came in, and then it was huge, and really no one really noticed.
No, well,
I mean the
that's
cast
thing,
and
audience,
everyone
yeah.
on our technical side and the actual actor side, we all noticed, and we all had a huge laugh about it afterwards.
Yeah.
But like in the moment, and that's the best thing about live, right? No one knows except for
unless you've
us.
like seen the musical like 80 times in a row.
Yeah.
Because it's always so embarrassing as an actor, like when you screw up and you're like, oh my God, everybody knows I screwed that up.
Yeah.
And then you talk to people after and you're like, I missed an entire scene. And they're like, I don't know the story, so I don't know.
I didn't know this before I came to see it, so I don't care. Yeah.
Okay, well, cool.
Good times.
Good times. That was definitely a good time that I was definitely there for. So what was like one of your favorite Yes Theater shows? Favorite, not like Panic anymore.
No longer
more
panic
like
mode favorites.
Best show ever.
I have a really hard time with this question because I get asked this question all the time, and it kind of changes
All
because
the time.
generally, or genuinely, I've done 4 years with you guys, and like I love doing the orchestra shows. The shows are incredible. Those shows are beautiful because they're most challenging to me. Like,
really?
Well, I mean, that's kind of a lie, but they were the most widely different than what we used to do. We usually do a pit, which is a small version of an orchestra, like a small version of a band where like keyboards and other instruments are like making it seem like they're a big band. Magic. But an orchestra is like, oh, we're going to do a 31-piece orchestra. Don't worry about it. I know you're the sound guy. You have to blend all of those things together, but like it's 31 pieces. It's going to be fine. Oh, also we're going to have 18 vocalists.
I guess I never thought about it, eh?
Why would you?
Why would I? Because I'm selfish.
Yeah.
That is the definition of
an actor said, a fantastic human who's an actor said that I need an assistant. Just saying. But
and that could be me because I'm talented.
Yes, it could. But yeah, no. So my favorite shows would probably have to be James and the Giant Peach because the visuals of that show and the music was surprisingly wonderful. Like I'd never heard the musical. I'd only ever watched the movie and read the book. So like the musical was fantastic, and the visuals, like the set and the costumes, like and the props, like everything was fantastic. Like insane. I wish I could credit everyone who worked on those. I remember, oh my God, who do I remember? I remember Cora Eckert did the props. And she was great. What's his name? Brandon Kleinman. Brandon Kleinman did the set. Fantastic set.
And costumes.
He did costumes too?
Yeah.
Oh, then there you go. All the names I needed.
Everybody
3 people,
right
3 departments, 2 people. Brandon Kleinman and Cora Eckert. They were amazing. And then, but also I really loved Merrily We Roll Along because that music like stole my heart. I absolutely love that style. And then the thing that Mitchell Cushman did. He like had everybody play 2 people, so from a quadraphonic like in the round setup, you could always see who was talking. It was a really really cool concept.
I think
really
you mean that
enjoyed
the other way in that everybody played half a person.
Yes, I guess.
Because I had half a part in the sense that.
But didn't you have all the same lines? Like wouldn't you not like?
Well, we would like split them up and.
Oh, that's right. You guys didn't actually legitimately speak at the same time. You
like from time
one-offed.
to time we did, but it was hard. It's hard being half a person, half a brain.
I can't imagine.
My job, it's so hard. It's like
I only know how to be 6 people. I don't know how to be a half of one person.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I'm totally not that melodramatic.
He's amazing.
But yeah.
Okay, but have you ever thought about the nightmare scenario where like everything goes wrong and suddenly you're working a show and Alessandra's like, Mateo, we need you on drums, stat.
Have I ever had that dream or / nightmare? No, I haven't.
Oh, damn. I had that thought the other day.
I technically have had that thought because I think it was either during Billy. No, it was during Billy because that was like all the music from what's his name? From
Sondheim?
No, Billy Elliot's not Sondheim.
Oh fuck.
Billy Elliot is
Elton John.
And Elton John music is really rock and roll and it was really awesome and really fun. So I was like, I could replace the drummer if ever we needed to, and then everyone was like, but Mateo, you have a job already. And
yeah,
I mean fair, but I would have found a way.
I didn't know really you played the drums until I was doing research on you for our conversation today on your Instagram. Can you tell I did research? And I saw all these videos and I was like, oh my God, this is unlike anything I've ever seen. It's awesome.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm a musician and it's very fun and I've been playing drums since I was like 4 years old.
Yeah, you'll have to like actually play the drums for us sometime. Not
One
actually day. As though you don't do anything. I'm like, you're gonna have to actually do something.
You're gonna have to start picking up the slack, okay, buddy? Like, let's go. Yeah, no. Maybe one day. We'll see. I mean, if we can find another person to do my job, I would love that. And then I'll do the drums, and I'll just come in every day at downbeat and then leave.
Amy can come back for like one day.
Amy, this is me dreamily requesting that you come take my job for one day. Want to operate?
Want to do it? She would do it, right?
No, she's doing. She does a fantastic job doing other awesome video cool things. You are my hero.
I know.
So, the questions.
Night Owl Studios. What's the next thing? What's the next event coming up here at Night Owl Studios?
So the next event coming up here at Night Owl Studios happens to be the Night Owl Cabaret Series with Yes Theatre. Our first show is on July 15th. It's Let's Duet with Montana McCullough and Sean Lynott.
Do you know anything about what they're doing?
I don't.
Do you know
well, I mean, I know a bit of the technical background, but I'm not going to tease at all because it's going to be awesome, and you should definitely buy tickets so you can come see. There are, I think... let's do quick math in my head because I don't remember all the amounts of shows, but I think there are like 6+ different cabarets going on. The
more the merrier.
Our wonderful Ruthie and
Sarah
Nyern, who are doing another cabaret, and Alessandro, Jake, and
Nathan.
Mendel, Nathan, who are doing. I don't know why that name came in my head. I don't even know where that name comes from, so don't ask me what it means. But
you don't know where it comes from.
I mean, I know where. Yeah, I was gonna say I know where it comes from, like Fiddler on the Roof. I just don't
Fiddler
understand.
on the Roof?
I just don't know why his name is Mendel. Maybe it's the character he played.
Yeah, he played.
I just don't know.
He played
I wasn't around for that, so.
No, that's true. We were still operating off of recordings back then.
Yeah, but yeah, so that was that they're doing. I think it's like cayenne pepper, honey medium, honey hot, which I think is really funny because it's their favorite orders from the Doghouse, our local fantastic wing place.
That's the one I'm least excited for.
I don't know what's gonna come with it because I don't know. Those are just such like. I just love the three of them, so I'm excited to see what they're gonna bring. But there are a bunch of other shows. They're gonna be really, really cool. Keep an eye out.
What's the one with the longest title?
I literally. Let me find it.
We're
gonna do a little fast forward moment of this right here because it's gonna take forever. But I really need to find this info because it's really awesome.
I'll say their names while they do it. Colton Burt Gobo, the famous Colton Burt Gobo, whose show is on Netflix currently,
that's right.
and it's called.
Don't look at me.
Sorry,
Golden.
The name escapes me. It's called Sunny with a Chance. And Cooper Bilton and Adriano Reese.
Oh no, I don't even have the whole title. The description is three best friends and roommates attempt to carry out their regularly scheduled variety show despite a loose show tiger in the theater, which is going to be insane. And then all I have, okay, so the name is so long. I don't know if you can actually see this. You can't because it won't filter through. But it's so long that I can't get to the end of it in the title input. So far it's wonderfully fantastic and compelling stories created, directed, performed, and written, but not produced by three gentlemen who live together, presented in a well-mannered compilation bit format, including the ballad of the. It's like three, but with missing E.
Can you tell they went to George Brown Theater School?
Oh my God, can you ever? But. We love them, and it'll be an interesting show. Mm-hmm. But now that I'm actually here, I can say for a fact that we have...
Give us... Oh.
Let's Duet. Let's Totally Calm Down. Honey Medium, Honey Hot, and Lemon Pepper. Growing Up in the Magic Kingdom. Let's Totally Calm Down again, because every show has 2 nights. Then there's the... it ends at 3, which is so sad. I've been calling it Wonderfully Fantastic, because I don't have the brain power to remember all of those words. Then there is Black Again, Sidetracks, the Anything He Can Do Cabaret, and I believe that is it. That is all of these separate shows. Each show has 2 dates. If you go on our website, not my website, Yes Theatre's website, yestheatre.com, they have all the details and you can get all the ticket info there.
Yes, and you should get tickets for Live at the Grotto.
Yes.
We open August 31st, and it's live from the Grotto.
Live music!
I'm really excited about that.
I am very excited.
Who's more excited?
I don't
you or
know.
Me?
Probably you.
I don't know.
Because I also have to work.
I'm not super... Oh, that's true.
I'm just kidding.
You have to work?
I have to work.
Whoa!
I have to show up early and do a setup every time because it's outdoors.
Me 3, girl. Because I work for Yes Theatre in an
Oh, that's right. You're in a whole new capacity.
I am.
She is a Yes Theatre employee now.
All right.
As am I, actually. This is my first year,
Oh, yeah,
technically.
that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Full time, maybe.
I'm proud of you. YesTheater.com.
But yeah, no, it's going to be really fantastic. It's in the Colonnade at the Grotto in downtown Sudbury. Yeah, it's considered downtown, right?
Yeah. Yes.
It's like right before the Paris
The
Bridge of
historic
Nations.
Grotto. Yeah.
But it's going to be really, really cool. We're going to have, there's...
Three different concerts.
Three different concerts. There's
a live band.
Rose-colored glasses.
The music of Elton John.
Which has the music of Elton John.
There's A Song to the Moon.
Song to the
music
Moon.
of iconic female pop artists, as well as Ghosts of Broadway.
Hell yeah.
The best music from Broadway.
I 100% forgot the third one. But there are 3 shows. There are 3 going to be incredible. They all have a full cast. With it's going to be obviously not the same degree of musical theater that you're used to with YesTheater, but it's like within the Colonnade. There's going to be beautiful lighting, some awesome sound, fantastic vocalists that you know and love with live band. Yeah. And like, I don't know about you, but I have missed live music so much, and it feels
22.
so good. And we're feeling 22. She's feeling 22. I definitely don't feel 22.
Do I look 22?
I mean, I feel like you're going to
comment below. Okay.
Be gentle.
So
She's sensitive.
Whoa. Okay. You don't know what they're going to say. Okay. So as we close this one out, so we're here at Night Owl Studios. Like, what kind of person, like, what can I do here? What do I need to do to get in here?
To get in here.
How do I set up? Why would I come here?
So to contact us, I'll start with that just real quick. You can go to nightowlstudios.live. It's my website. It's got all of the contact information. It's got some like photos of the space, a little bit of a work down. It shows you what we have to offer. I don't know why I always say the royal we. I think it's because I know that I have some really great friends that are also powerful people who are very talented engineers who are coming and going to help, and like they do videography, more audio recordings. Some of them do a lot of visual arts, so they're going to be doing like art pieces to hang and all kinds of cool different stuff. But yeah, so you can find me there. We do live stream events. So if you have a like virtual conference that you want to speak to and have it be a much more professional caliber than like just being on Zoom, we can help you with that. There's live bands. We can do a full live concert from here, streamed outward through like Zoom, YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, all of the above. If you want to do actual just recording and record in here like it's the studio and like record your audio for to send off to mastering for an album or anything like that, you can do those as well. What else do I do here?
If I'm an actor and I want to record audio for voiceovers.
If you want to do thank you, because I almost forgot my own thing. If you do voiceovers or ADR, which is kind of voiceover to an animation, so you can really like kind of see what you're talking and see what you're contributing to. We can do those here as well. I've been kind of really excited about that. I've been having a lot of fun working with a lot of awesome actors. If you want to record a podcast like our fantastic Ruru here.
Oh my God, we don't have to talk about it again.
Oh my goodness, but I can do those as well. So anything that you can do behind a mic or with a camera, we would like to offer it here. And I mean, not always am I super fully prepared for full caliber video. Like I'm not doing movies in here, but I am.
What?
I know, not yet. Okay, budget is coming.
I was gonna ask you right after this if we could do a feature film.
I mean, feature films, we're getting there. Not there yet. But I would love to work with you in your projects. So anything you have, anything you want to do, if you're looking to do some kind of virtual art project, please come here and message me at teo@nightowls.live. It's my email, and let me know, because I would love to help people bring their projects to life in here.
Thank you so much, Mateo. This has been Night Owl Studios, Yes BTS, a conversation with Mateo DeSimone. Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you. My pleasure.